All right. So last year, I waffled and waffled and waffled and finally got a Goodman Games grab bag, warehouse clear out grab bag, excuse me, right at the tail end when they were offered. And I do kind of feel like I got the dregs. Didn't get the greatest assortment of stuff. Got some gems, though. Can't complain. Definitely got my money's worth out of it. But I wanted to make sure I jumped in right at the get-go this year. So I waited in February and March. I had everything. I checked every day. I had my keyboard ready. I was going to order it, and they never came. And they had set up something on their website, Warehouse Finds, and I'd heard something about moving warehouse, whole thing. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe that was the end of it. Well, I got one, and then, okay. Then out of the blue, right before I left for my vacation, not right before, but very close, here it is on the website. Grab bags are back. I jumped on it. And this is what I got. Now, I added a little because shipping is a little bit nuts, and in order to get free shipping, I had to go over $100, so I tacked on a couple of things. But I had this money set aside still, so I was able to do it. I'm going to take a look at what I get in this grab bag. Okay, that looks like my paperwork. Hopefully that's all there is for that. I'm going to start with, it looks like on the top is the stuff that I ordered to fill out the 100, which is this scenario, Imprisoned in the God Skull. Adventure number 98, a level 6 adventure. That's a really high one by Michael Curtis. He's not the director. This one is one that looks neat, and I've been very curious about what high-level Dungeon Crawl Classics scenarios would be like. It's got the typically cool art. It's got the cool maps. I love the art. So I'll, at some point, give this a read. Oh, would you look at that? That's fantastic. And it sounds like this is going much more into one of the cosmic strange sorts of paths, so I'm definitely down for that. Yeah. This looks very cool. This is a little bit harder to get outside of Goodman Games' website, so I figured I would order that. That is also true for the next one on here, which is A Miracle Was Framed. I'm going to go with that. This is number 73, a level 4 adventure, also by Michael Curtis. And this has the new appendix, 4 scenes from a conflict eternal. Having a rough go of reading today. Past that first page. And, typically cool looking interior. Michael Curtis is a well-respected designer of modules. I have, I believe, at least read, if not read, and run a couple of his at this point. So, always glad to see some more. And this, if I remember right, has some level of urban, not just from the cover design, but I think it might take place in their city. I'm not sure. But I'm always looking for more urban set scenarios. And then finally, for the rest of the stuff that I picked up to fill up, there's Wizards of Ataz, which appears to be a play on Zardoz, a level 3 adventure for Mutant Crawl Classics by Jim Wampler. Don't know much about this one. I was just very intrigued because I am trying to grow my mutant crawl. Oh yeah, this is definitely like some Zardoz inspired stuff, and I do love the movie Zardoz. But I was looking to improve my stock of Mutant Crawl Classics scenarios, both to raid for Dungeon Crawl Classics, but also, I've thought about running some Mutant Crawl Classics at some point. Perhaps some folks would be more inclined to be interested in doing post-apocalyptic stuff than fantasy. I have some friends who are even less inclined toward fantasy than I am. That is not my genre. And I have friends who very much don't care for it, but might be more into the sci-fi stuff. All right. It's all well packed, but I can get that out of the way now. Don't have the ideal spot, obviously, for doing this, but, what are you going to do? So, here is my grab bag. Let's take a look at what I got. It was nice because this was actually wasn't quite waiting for me. This arrived in the mail while my wife and I were unloading our car. So, good timing. Sky Masters of the Purple Planet. This is in one of the digest sizes. This is a level 6 adventure on the Purple Planet. Now, I very much want to get the Purple Planet stuff, but it went out of print right around the time I was getting into this game, and so it was all gone, and I never picked any of it up, except I think it's Neon Knights, I think that's what it's called, which turns out is actually connected to the Purple Planet. So that's cool. I don't have the box set or any of the other material, but I'm sure I can raid this for some good, useful stuff. Plus, it's a level 6. It's another high-level scenario, which I am curious what those look like. At this point, I think the highest my character's gotten, I think I had a couple that were closing on level 3. I don't think they had achieved that yet. Okay. Here's a German edition of this Schwarzer gegen den Tod. I can't speak German. With a card in it and a handout. Okay, well, that's interesting, if not particularly useful to me. I don't have this scenario in English, but now I have it in German. We'll see what goes on with that. So, okay. I wasn't expecting German language in there. Holy crap! Holy crap! Crypt of the Devil Lich. Wow. Wow. Okay. Was not expecting that. And I don't know why this... I don't know if somebody I can't even see a dinged corner. I thought maybe it would be a return or something. But, wait, is this another Crypt of the Devil Lich? This one for 5e. So I have the 5e and the DCC version. That's super weird. And I know what will happen with this one. It will not be staying with me. How bizarre. Okay. Well, that's cool. Can't complain about not getting your money's worth on it, I guess. Just one of these is almost the price of the whole grab bag. I got a Goodman Games Gazette. This looks like it's the one involved with Crypt of the Devil Lich. Oh, nice. This is the DCC Day 2023. I was not able... Nobody in the DC area, as far as I can find, does DCC Day. So I was not able to get out and get this. So that's very cool. Also, Crash of the Titans. Also DCC 2023. That's awesome. Mutant Crawl Classics 0-level scratch-off figures. I got 2 of these in last year's grab bag, and it looks like I got 2 of them in this year's grab bag. So, boy, I'll tell you what, if I run some Mutant Crawl... Oh, wait, this is... Well, shut my mouth. This is DCC, and this is MCC, so little of each. Now I have 3 MCCs and 1 DCC. But anyway, maybe I'll actually use those if I run those at a store or something now. Piercing the Demon's Eye. This is the RPG a day for 2023. I did already get a copy of this, so I will find this a good home. And Tales from the Magician's Skull. Cool. This is... I feel like this is kind of like the DCC version of, or the Goodman Games version of Dragon Magazine. Is that correct? No, I appear to be wrong. This looks like short stories, which is also very cool. Yeah, this looks like short stories, not scenarios. I thought it was kind of a mix of both or something, but apparently I am incorrect. I hadn't really looked into Tales from the Magician's Skull. So, all new sword and sorcery fiction. It says it right on the cover. So, that's cool. That's neat. I think last year I got a little pamphlet of short stories, maybe some comics, something like that, which I put on my shelf and haven't gotten back to reading because I'm a bad fan, but neat. I always like some sword and sorcery fiction, and I'll give that a read. So I will say that this is a, excuse me, a much more useful and exciting haul than I got last year. Not that my last year haul was bad, but some stuff I'm very much interested in reading. Something perhaps I'll find a German fan who's interested in that. Short stories I like. I'll find this a good home. Scratch off things. I'd very much like to run some of these games. I want to get beyond just running, and I have gotten beyond it personally, but I want to get, generally speaking, beyond just running funnels. I love them. They're tons of fun. Nothing wrong with a funnel. But it does feel a little weighted. It feels like that's the thing that gets run the most often. It feels like there are just a ton of funnels out there. I think because they're so much fun. They're so bloody. You can throw anything at your players because you don't care if they're surviving. It's not like you have to worry about anything. You know, and that's DCC anyway, but more so. Anyhow, I have these. These will be fun. If I do run into the store, it's just an interesting and fun thing. So, anyhow, I'm very excited to check this out. I saw, is it Pookie, if I'm getting the name right, on reviews from Relay or unboxing in the Nook. Went through and took a look at this not too long ago, and it looked pretty cool. So I'm jazzed for that. Oh, that's right. It's kind of like the old, it's like the old TSR stuff where it actually comes with the separate cover with the map and everything. Obviously, I'm not going to cut those out and use them. That's just not how I roll. I'll make a copy or something. And, you know, this, I just always am excited for more DCC scenarios. Just even if I don't run them straight, at least I can have fun dissecting them and pulling pieces out to use for my other stuff. This is really fascinating. Now, I am 100% going to be keeping this DCC version, so I'm going to take a look at it right now. The 5e version, one, I don't need 2 versions. I'm sure as heck not ever going to be running 5e, considering I don't have any particular interest in ever playing 5e. I certainly don't want to run it. So I don't need that other version. I will figure out what I'm going to do with that at some point. I tried running a giveaway on this channel, and that just completely failed. So I don't know that I'll do a giveaway on here. Maybe I'll do a giveaway on my website. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But, you know, check out the links below. You can see my website. check out the blog. If I do it on there, it'll be on there. I've got the buy me a coffee. I've got my Patreon, blah, 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 blah. So, Crypt of the Devil Lich, a vicious DCC RPG dungeon crawl. Now, I guess I should make sure they don't have there's the code in the middle. So, I think this was like a tournament thing. Yeah, tournament thing. That's what it says. So, I don't do tournament games. I mean, I'm not against them. I might play in one, but I don't have any particular interest in running a tournament game. But, again, like all of these things, there's so much that I can plunder from this for my own games. There are maps, encounters, creatures, all stuff that can easily be lifted. Some just cool art. This feels like, and maybe the artist's name is in there something, but this feels like something that when I first started getting into tabletop RPGs, as much as I never really clicked with D&D, I remember really liking a lot of the art, especially in like the Dragonlance books and all that sort of thing. And this reminds me kind of art of that era. I guess it would be late 80s, early 90s. Oh, and it's got ribbons because this is a civilization and having ribbons is important. Oh man, love the art. It's so cool. Yeah, monsters. This is great. Oh, yes, definitely. So this is very cool. I'm very excited about this. I am jazzed to check this out. Again, even if I don't run it straight, which I can't see that I would. A nice new spell. That's cool. It will be great material to draw from. And who knows, maybe, handouts. Love handouts. I'm still dithering around trying to put together a sandbox game. Oh man, this will be great. A sandbox DCC game, and Lord knows I could use. Not that I am in desperate need of more ideas and more stuff, but more stuff to plug in is never going to hurt. And you get more options for players to build and do their own thing and explore what they want to explore. I think that's great. I'm just curious what this last page is that I just saw here. Oh, okay. It's more like ads and stuff. Cool. All right. Well, that's my grab bag. I'm very happy with what I got. I'll admit I was a little bit worried when that German language one came up. I was like, oh no, am I really going to get just like the most obscure and useless things? But no, I actually got a really, really good haul here. Yeah, so great. Awesome. Check out links below. Always, support Goodman Games. These folks are really putting in the work. They're doing real fan-centered stuff. I think they're a really great company. Keep that little stash of money in case they do one of these grab bags. I do think they're worth it. Again, even though I was a little disappointed with my haul last year after seeing some of the ones that came out of the early boxes, I was a little disappointed by what I got, but I also waited. I think I got the thing on the last day or next to last day it was offered, and I think they were just trying to find stuff to stuff in there at that point. But anyway, keep a little bit extra kicking around and grab one of these grab bags when they come by. I think it's worth checking out. But anyway, as a company, I think they're pretty swell, and I think it's worth supporting independent companies who are doing really interesting work. So, yeah, that's it for me. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.